Hello everybody and welcome to this beta Awesomenauts video with yours truly, SlowWolf. We've got a new character to look at in this beta. He's big, he's beefy, he's very, very angry. His name is Deadlift. And this guy is, he's in open beta. You guys can check him out for yourself. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at him, see his mechanics, that kind of stuff. So, keep in mind, anything here numbers-wise can change, but his mechanics are what we're looking at and trying to focus on in this video. We will probably let some balanced stuff go through, but you get the idea. So who is Deadlift? Well, as you guys can see, he moves a little slow, and he does not have a double jump. He has a very controllable single jump, but no double jump. Plus, he's really big, and he's got 1600 HP. This tells you that he is a tank. And I think his entire kit is geared towards that in some way, shape, or form. Now, with that mentioned, his left click. His left click is a punch. He swings with one fist and then the other fist. They actually do have upgrades that affect one fist over the other fist sort of deal, but there's only one upgrade that does that at the moment. His fists do the same amount of damage each, and it's a reasonable amount. Actually, to start with, his fists do 130 damage at level 1. That's a reasonable amount. You'd think that that's even a little overpowered. Here's where you get some bad news. His fists only hit one thing at a time. So much like Skoldir, he only can punch one person at a time, meaning he does not clear waves very quickly. Now, his only AoE damage really comes from his ability, Power Lunge. Power Lunge is an ability that launches our deadly friend across the screen, and it does damage when he lands. 300 damage to be exact at base. It does a decent amount of damage. It's a very quick type of charge. It's not impossible to miss with, let's be honest. It's still slow compared to like Froggy Dash, but it is really long range. If you can manage to jump up in the air and get the angle right, you can actually go a very reasonable distance. And there's an upgrade that actually allows you to increase that distance dramatically. It is really neat. The other thing that you can do, if you hit an enemy with it, you actually bounce off of them a little bit. So you can do a really cool kind of attack where you jump, hit somebody, and then use your ability to use your initial like mobility going, like when you bounce, you're going the other way, right? You keep going the other way, and effectively you can harass people going boom and then bouncing off. So it's pretty sweet. It's like a Mario jump in a sense. His last ability is Protective Pose. Protective Pose creates this shield. The shield does not scale with experience, so please keep that in mind. It stops 1,000 damage. We're going to show you gameplay where we kind of explain everything that's the rest with it, but all you need to know is that 1,000 damage protects anybody who's within the Hollow Shield, including droids and friendly Awesomenauts. That's all. It protects damage from everything except self-damage, like Clunk Explode or Ayla's Rage. With that said, let's go ahead and get into some gameplay, see what we can do with this old cow of a man here. And we're back. So here we are, we're on Ribbon 4, like I mentioned before, and like we have been this entire time. You'll notice that I have both of my base abilities already. That's because in the new patch here, patch 3.5, Ronimo's decided to try giving everybody their base abilities right from the start. Okay, cool beans. Now, what are we going to do? What we are going to do is we're going to... Oh my god. We're going to try to focus on a build that, that focuses on personal... strength here. Like, we're not going to be focusing on saving our team very much because we're up against bots, and bots are dicks. And they will honestly, like, completely wreck your day if you let them in this particular situation. So, okay, none of them are on skull level, so that's good. Here's what's up with this guy. This guy does not push very well, as you've seen. He's only doing 130 damage to one thing at a time. So that's not very good. Where he is good, look at all the damage that we just absorbed off this turret. We just took 1,000 damage for our droid friend here. And after lunging at people and continuously trying to punch stuff and eventually getting stuff down, you can do a lot of good work here. We're going to stop doing that because we can do that at any point in the game and it would still be okay. Can we lunge out of anchor? Sort of. Not entirely. We just avoided a lot of damage being dealt to our Clunk from the enemy Clunk, but we couldn't protect himself from his own damage. So... that's worth keeping in mind here. We just lost our Clunk. Unfortunate. Let's get back in there, see if we can at least keep Slim Jim from dying a horrible, painful death. Not likely. And this downstairs push is still going, huh? Get off my droids. Get off my droids. I would like to have an advantage. That way I can kill these bots. And if I don't kill these bots, how embarrassing will that be? That'll be super embarrassing. Let's not let it happen. because otherwise I'll be unhappy. Hey! Yeah, like these bots don't understand how to... Like, bots don't understand how to deal with the push. So, you know, that's one way to guarantee you're going to win against bots with this guy. Just shield the droid wave and watch what happens. It's to a point where with Voltar, I'm assuming that this guy's going to be very, very strong. Because you're going to be able to help keep your teammates alive. Whoa, we just barely managed to leap out of that. That was pretty sweet. Lost a man. Oh my god, we're getting whacked. Okay, we got out of there alive. Oh no you don't. I know I've got 1,000 extra HP on top of the 500 we've already got, but that's deceptive because that does not last for very long. Okay, next up, we're gonna get the Arnold Schwarzenegger like movie, effectively. I know there are very many of those, but I mean in this particular case, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is his workout video, and admittedly, the flavor text on a lot of this guy's items we're gonna need to take a look at because they're pretty funny. I enjoy every single one of them, to be honest with you. You guys saw for that lunge there that there's a bit of a bounce effect whenever you hit people with it. It's worth keeping in mind here. That bounce effect is important for a lot of different reasons. There's also a decay on the shield, so over time, we didn't have shield up and ready to help out there. That would have been actually really sweet to help out our friend, but you know how it is. Clunk here is totally fine, so that's gonna be an easy kill onto the Black Reaper there. Go upstairs, start dealing with this push. Honestly, Deadlift is not a complicated character. I think what's going to make him hard is getting the hang of his opportunities that show up, if that makes any sense. When you are going to be playing with this guy, you're playing with a character that has access to a very versatile kit. He can pop his shield and then go into a fight as well, allowing him to just have that extra 1,000 HP right from the get-go. You can go ahead and use the shield immediately after. Bounced him away. He's going to blow himself up a little bit there. We're going to go ahead and pick up some HP here. Nicely done, us. Good job, us. There we go. We just protected ourselves from all that swinging damage. Was that hard? No. Boink. Head stomped him. Goombud. Got an easy kill. Okay, good stuff. So there's a versatile kit here. His lunge gets him into situations and out of situations. His lunge allows him to push and allows him to deal with other people who are pushing your base. Your shield allows you to help push turrets, but also allows you to protect your teammates. So the issue with this guy is that for the most part, he has a lot of options. Maybe even too many for one character. And it's, I'm not saying that as a balance thing. I'm saying that as a thing where it's like, what if you have too many options? You know? What if you're stuck in a situation where it's like, I need to do this, but I also need to do this other thing? The other thing that we can do here is a build where we do extra burst damage upon landing. And there's a lot to be said about this. It's a really neat idea for an upgrade. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it very often right now, because for the build I've got going on, I'd rather have the slow, which I'm going to piggy bank into 2 ranks of because I said so. And just the way his shield works, the way that his lunge works, the way that his fists work with everything, gives him a really diverse kit, especially vertically speaking. He can punch with the best of them. Got him. Nice double kill. I know this is looking easy right now. I'm not going to lie to you. That's fair. But did I mention that I've had to deal with the bots before? Here we go. Now we got the body block that I wanted. There we go. Good stuff. Easy stuff. Have I mentioned that I've done this before? The answer, no. I did do this before. I did this against bots that were a little bit harder. And would you know it, they were a pain in the ass. Depending on who you're playing with on your team, because those reduced cooldowns. And if you don't have those reduced cooldowns as this guy, well, your window of opportunity for dealing with those guys is very, very low. I'll admit, bots are hard, man. Go ahead and do whatever AoE damage we can. Lunge does not do a lot of AoE damage, so it's important to get in that AoE damage where you can. We're actually going to leave that alone. Let our teammates kind of flounder here for a second. And the reason for that is because I want to go ahead and pick up the HP upgrade on our shield. So the HP upgrade on the shield currently is the only way to increase the HP of the shield. We just increased it by 200. That's quite a lot of HP to be increasing it by for 175 solar. You can make the shield have a grand total of 1,400 HP. That's a decent amount. And especially if you can get on on a reduced delay, so like you take less damage per second sort of deal. That's pretty sweet. Now, I'm gonna attempt to pounce here. The pounce of the heavens. It actually worked. It was pretty sweet. Give me an easy kill there. Nice stuff. Go ahead. AoE damage that crap. Oh, that's gonna suck. Unless, oh, I popped the shield. Got the kill instead. That shield just saved us a ton of extra damage. Boink. So can this guy do damage? Yes. Yes, he can. Is he supposed to be doing all that damage on his own? I don't think he's going to get away with that in a regular game. If I'm going to be honest with you, I think that this guy's going to have a hard time being able to pull off a carry kind of build in a regular game against most lineups. But it's not impossible. There's a lot of things that can make this guy work out this way, and we've specifically tooled him to be a DPS monster. So keep that in mind here. There are a lot of builds that allow him to be a team lifesaver, that allow him to be that kind of push, like, battery, effectively, where he just kind of keeps the team together. Oh, you are so toast. Easy stuff right there. He also has a serious weakness against people that have piercing shots of any kind. So railing with piercing shots, we'll be able to deal with his push almost instantaneously. We got snared there. Snare got us killed. Because while we're snared, it doesn't stop us from doing our dash. So I right-clicked, not thinking, that used up the cooldown. So snare's going to be very strong against him. I'm not sure slow works against him at all, but silence wrecks his day. Any long-term silence will leave him very, very vulnerable. Blind will still make it very difficult for him to hit people because his horizontal punch distance is atrocious. It is exactly one droid wide. Which, needless to say, is not very long range at all. The majority of his range comes vertically. His ability to kind of always deal with people from a vertical perspective, being able to hit up a lot better than being able to hit down, is helpful. It gets just a little bit above his head. I'd say that's just smaller overall. His punching is smaller than a Scoldier throw, but it's the same kind of hitbox. We're gonna go ahead and pop the shield here to protect our Yuri from teammates. Here we go. Okay, go in for the punches. Okay, we did a decent number of punches. We managed to protect our Yuri from the grapple, from the other damage. It was good. And now we're in this situation where we could potentially just jump over and kill them. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call this a video here, I'm pretty sure. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. This guy is going to be out, no idea when, but currently the open beta is already out, so there's a lot going on for this guy. You need to try him for yourself, seriously. Go ahead, install the beta, make sure that you downloaded it, and then if you click play on the Steam library of the actual Steam window, there should be an option that says Awesomenauts Beta. Click that business, you'll be able to play Deadlift for yourself with all the new patch details and everything, which I'll put the patch notes below. I'm going to make a proper patch notes analysis video a little bit later on, but there you have it. One more time, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. If you did, be sure to let me know. Hit the like button down below. I'll see you guys in the next video.